All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Excuse me. Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. Dad, Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Not too bad at all.
I didn't have a great day yesterday. I went 2-4 yesterday on my picks. That makes me 47-45 so far on the year. So I'm a little over 500 on the year, but ain't been a great start to this year, but we'll get going.
Went 5-4, 2-1 in my NHL, 2-1 in my NBA, 1-2 in my college. I thought I was gonna go 3-0 there and hit that parlay, but
I lost both my college basketball games.
listen to this. I had Wisconsin minus 2.5. No, plus 2.5. I had Wisconsin plus 2.5 and Duke plus 2.5. And they both got beat by 3. That's crazy.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. It's sometimes it sucks. Like I said, I get 2 NBA games right yesterday, and then I think that was it. Get back to that page real quick. Yeah, I had the Bulls right on the money line and the Kings right on the money line. Celtics got beat by the Magic. Timberwolves got beat by the Rockets. I didn't think basketball had Kansas and New Mexico, and they both lost in college basketball. So not a great day yesterday. Before we jump into the NBA, I wanted to get to this Bengals and Chiefs game. They have the Bengals as 2.5-point favorites now.
Yeah, I just got
added 3 underdogs.
No, he's going the opposite way. Yeah, make us. I'll just make more money when the Chiefs win. But he did say that. I don't know how he knew this. He said before. I don't know how he would have got this, but he claims before the injury they would have been 4 points favorites. How do you know that?
That's just why that's probably why he
don't think that's all on the injury. He does he thinks that some of that changed because Cincinnati played so well against Buffalo. He said he said there's been about a 5-point swing because of the injury and how well Cincinnati looked. And I think some of that would have to be the Cincinnati beat him 3 times. Last 3 times they played.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, that's some of it. Their injury, some of it. I think the Chiefs would probably have been favored, maybe with favored at the beginning by a couple points, weren't they? When the line first opened up,
I'm not sure.
For some reason, I was thinking the Chiefs might have been like a 2-point favorite, but no, never mind. I'm thinking of the other game, Eagles game. They were 2.5. But in this game, I think it would have been maybe closer to a pick 'em, just because it being at home for the Chiefs. I would think it would have been closer to a pick 'em than the Bengals being 2.5-point favorite home.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad if this would have been reversed. If it went to injury, I wouldn't have been mad if it was 2.5 for the Chiefs and because on the money line it's minus 134 and plus 114. So I mean, it's not like they're making them a huge under.
No, one of the analysts
huge
on
underdogs.
there, one of the analysts on there, which I like, and I can't never remember his name. He's not on there all the time. They asked how well Mahomes is going to play with the injury. He said, I think that he's going to play, and I think that he'll do well. He said, but what's the main thing teams want to do to Mahomes?
Keep him in the pocket.
Keep him in the pocket. He said, I don't think he's going to be able to go out of the pocket with this injury, not like he did before.
Especially not as much as he used to.
So he said, that changed. So, and they beat him when he could go out of the pocket 3 times. So, I mean, and I'm not saying Cincinnati's going to win. Kansas City is a great team. All 4 of these teams are really good teams. You really can't be surprised if any of them. I mean, if Philadelphia wins, nobody should be shocked. If San Francisco wins, in the same way with Cincinnati or Kansas City. If any of these teams win and go to the Super Bowl, nobody should be shocked. I think they're pretty even teams. They really are. I think Cincinnati's playing by just a little bit, but that ended last week. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a new week.
No, I agree. And but like betting wise, this injury makes this game even harder. If you want to bet money on this game, which way to go? Because I mean, I was going to favor the Bengals anyway, just because when I've been on the 49ers and Bengals. Just Bengals got hot toward the second half of the season. They've just kept it rolling, and then they played maybe their best game of the season last week. Bengals even without the injury, but I think the injury makes it a little trickier just because you don't know what you're going to get from Mahomes. But I still like still on the Bengals. Like I said, we'll give our official pick later in the week, but I'm still on the Bengals. But
if I was going to bet right now, I'd bet
the over under is what is tricky at 46.5. I kind of like the under the 46.5.
Could be. I mean,
I think this
could see it both ways. Both offenses could get hot. I mean, they're both capable of it. So I mean, it could go either way.
I'm just under the belief that Mahomes is. And I said this earlier. I hope he goes out there and plays well. I'm just under. To me, coming off that kind of injury, I don't think he's going to be very mobile at all. And if the Bengals offense or defensive line controls the line of scrimmage like they did last week against Buffalo, and Mahomes can't move, it's going to be
what if Bengals offensive line controls Kansas City's defensive line, like they did Buffalo? Because not only with the injury with Mahomes, he may not see the field that much.
Yeah, if you can get that run game going with Mixon.
I mean, I would bet if I was going to bet, I would bet Cincinnati and I'd bet San Francisco. That would be the way I would lean. I'm not saying that I'm betting, but if I was going to bet, that'd be the way I would
you mentioned
bet.
San Francisco. I love San Francisco at in line right now, or plus 2.5. I know the Eagles are favored because they're at home and they're the number one seed. But
do you think this is going to be?
I like the 49ers in this game, and I think the difference in the game, the key to the game is going to be that 49ers rushing their offense. If they can run the ball, I think they win this game.
Do you think?
And for the Eagles to win this game, I think they got to stop the run.
Do you think for San Francisco, though, defensive wise, this is their biggest test? Philadelphia for his offense.
Trying to think who all they've played this year. They played Kansas City, but that was earlier in the year, and that's they played a lot better since that game.
The one bad game they had recently, and they won, was the Raiders.
They gave up a lot of points.
Yes, against the Raiders they did. But, I mean, it's a long season. You can have a bad game.
I think the key for the 49ers on defense is they need to stop the run and make the Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders both be able to kill you in the run game.
Don't forget with Philly too. They've got other running backs that they've got 3 other running backs. It's not always Sanders. I mean, the other guys are not near as big names. And can do well for times.
But if you look at the running back, so you go to the other side of the field with Mitchell and McCaffrey and Debo and all the different weapons they have over there.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a fun game.
From a coaching matchup, I think
honestly,
it's going to be great.
I said this yesterday. I think it's going to be a lot like the Cowboys and the 49ers game was over the weekend. I could really see it. I think it could come down to a big defensive battle.
Both teams under 20, you think? 20 or under?
Maybe 24, 25 at the most, if they get up that high.
What's over under in that game?
46.5, the same. And see, I like the under in that game. I think you could get maybe a 2017 game or 17-14 game or something like that. I think it's going to be another defensive battle because both these, unless San Francisco can get that run game going, I'll put up some points.
Well, do you agree with this statement? I don't know all the numbers, but overall, I think Dallas had a little bit better defense than Philadelphia. That's just my opinion.
I think I agree.
I don't think I'm not saying a lot better because I think Philly's got a pretty good defense, but for the most part. But I think they're a little not quite as good as Dallas. So I'm not as confident as them to holding San Francisco to 19 points as I was Dallas.
No, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, that's 2.5 points. Right now, I'm favoring 49ers and Bengals. I mean, that's not going to change. Well, like I said, give our official picks on that on Sunday as we get closer. Uh, Let me pull this up real quick. Right now, they have Bryce Young as the favorite to be number one pick in the NFL draft at minus 120. CJ Stroud's a plus 250 at plus 250 dog. Number one pick, Jalen Carter at plus 500, Will Anderson plus 500, Will Levis at plus 1,000.
So out of those four guys, them four top four, if the Colts make a pick there at four, who do you think they get?
Stroud.
Do you think Stroud will be there?
I do. I hope they. I personally, you know me. I personally hope they trade back. But
I think I'd rather have Stroud than the other guy. What do you think?
oh yeah, I'd rather have Stroud than Young.
I
In
think
my
I would
opinion,
too.
I mean but that's me. I know some people are.
And if they take Levis, I'm gonna be
Odds to win the Super Bowl. Eagles are at plus 230, Bengals at plus 250, Chiefs at plus 280, and the 49ers at plus 320. Uh, if I had the money, I'd go throw some money down on 49ers at plus 320.
yeah, take a chance. What the hell? That's good odds.
It's good odds, and I can't believe they're the fourth favorite.
Well, it's because of the
I'd have
experience. Yeah. That's why.
Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts is the favorite at plus 290. Patrick Mahomes at plus 330. Joe Burrow plus 330. Brock Purdy at plus 650. Christian McCaffrey plus 1,700. And Jamar Chase at plus 2,400.
What Debo on that?
Debo's at plus 2,800.
I think I have to go put some. Not that I'm saying he's going to be, but he's capable of being that because he's capable of breaking a run for a long touchdown or something like that.
Or even McCaffrey at plus 1,700,
Yeah.
I think wouldn't be bad.
Well, who's to say Mitchell couldn't come in and get 2 or 3 touchdowns running the football if San Francisco won?
Yeah. Then you can also bet on the
and Kelsey for the
Kelsey.
Chiefs. Man, Kelsey's their go.
Yeah, if the problem with that though is if the Chiefs get there, probably more than likely Mahomes is going to be
get
here
it because
Super Bowl bet on the correct matchup. Bengals against the Eagles is plus 200. Bengals and 49ers is plus 280. That'd be the one that I would. Kansas City against the Eagles is at plus 260. And Kansas City Chiefs against the 49ers is at plus 370. So you got the Bengals and Eagles as the favorites, and Bengals and 49ers as the next favorite. I like the Bengals and 49ers there. Hey, how's it going, Dwayne? Thanks for joining us. Damon says the only way he sees the Eagles losing is if it's with gaining play calls and decisions. I don't know. That San Francisco defense it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down to a lot like the Cowboy and 49ers game. Who wins that turnover battle? Who makes the big mistake?
A fumble, a kickoff return, things like it could be anything, but it's gonna be something.
You can bet on Super Bowl forecast. That's Bengals against 490. If the Bengals to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl plus 650. Chiefs to beat the Eagles plus 600. Eagles to beat the Bengals plus 490. Eagles to beat the Chiefs plus 600. I mean, you can bet all
Oh, you can bet
kinds of.
anything. I'll tell you a bet that I think I would take. The halftime show is going to suck.
I agree with that. Championship Sunday specials. We'll go through. We'll look at a few of these before I'm on record.
Yep.
Yeah. Trying to fix it. There we go. I think. Championship Sunday specials. Each team scores one touchdown in championship games. One or more touchdown. That's at minus 470. Points scored in every quarter in each championship game. It's Travis Kelce at 75 plus receiving yards and George Kittle 50 plus receiving yards. You get that plus 300.
It's a pretty good bet.
It's crazy all the stuff you can bet on. Especially you get even more stuff when it gets to the Super Bowl.
Well, since you're feeling better, I think we might get some Indian food Sunday.
Oh, okay. This Sunday?
Yep.
Bulls. We'll jump and go through some of these NBA games. I got what did I pick? One, two. I got 4 games that I like tonight. First game I like Bulls and Pacers. I know Dame is not going minus 126 on the money line. Pacers are plus 108 on the money line. Over unders at 234.5. Bulls are 22-24 on the season, 9-14 on the road. Pacers are 23-25 on the season, 15-9 at home. Pacers have lost 5 in a row. 4 of those was on a road trip. They're playing without Halliburton. The Bulls are on a 3-game winning streak. I'm a Pacers fan. I like them for one. They play. Pacers have played better at home, and Pacers played better at home than what the Bulls have. And the Bulls have not played great on the road. They're 9-14 on the road.
Yeah.
I just think this is a game that coming back home after a long road trip, having a day off. I think the Pacers are going to come back. I think the Pacers are going to get back and get a win at home. What's your thoughts on the Super Bowl officials?
I haven't heard anything about the
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, did something happen with the officials, or I to be honest with you, I haven't even looked to see who's officiating the game or anything. Hopefully they're better than. Hopefully we get a good officiated game and don't get some. Which triple weeks of playoffs, I thought there was some calls. There was one roughing and passer call over the weekend I thought was terrible.
Yeah.
But that was on the Jaguars against the Chiefs in that game.
Yeah, that Chicago Pacer game, I know pick-wise, which I check out a lot, they had Chicago as a lock, 3-star pick, take Chicago to win. I'm the Pacers also.
Another game I like, you got the Boston Celtics at the Miami Heat. The Heat are 4.5-point favorites. They are minus minus 184 on the money line. Celtics are plus 154 on the money line. Over-unders at 215.5. The Celtics are 35-30 on the road. They're 4-1 over their last 5, but this is a second game of a back-to-back for the Celtics. The Heat are season home. They're 15 at home. I know the Celtics are good on the road, is 18 on the road, but and the Celtics not only the second game and had to travel.
Yeah.
So I like the Heat here at the minus. I would take them on the money line at the minus 184 or at the minus 4.5. But I like the Heat in this game. But I'm going to take them on the money line at the minus 184. I think they win this game. Next game that I like in the NBA is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers at the New York Knicks. Damien said the officials were announced today. Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet, Damien. That'd be something maybe we could talk about maybe tomorrow night on the GSR, or Jay might talk about tonight on the Unscripted. He said I don't have the Bulls winning. And then but I was on Cavs and Knicks, right?
Yep.
The Cavs are 3.5-point favorites, minus 162 on the money line. The Knicks are plus 136 on the money line. Over-unders at 220.5. I think it's going to be a good game. I like the Cavs, though. I know they're on the road, but they're 29-19 on the season, 9-14 on the road. So they do play better at home than they do on the road. 2-3 over their last 5. But the Knicks are 25-23. They're 11-13 at home. So the Knicks haven't been playing well either here lately at home or on the road. They're 1-4 over the last 5 games. I like the way Donovan Mitchell's been playing. I just think the Cavs are coming in a little more rhythm than what the Knicks are. So I like the Cavs at the minus 3.5. And then the last NBA game that I'm taking for tonight is the Clippers at the Lakers. The Clippers are 5-point favorites. They're minus 196 on the money line. Lakers are plus 164 on the money line. Over-unders at 230. Clippers are 25-24 on the season, 12-13 on the road. Lakers are 22-25 on the season, 12-11 at home. Both teams are 3-2 over their last 5. The Clippers do lead the season series 2-0. It really don't matter about home and away because they play in the same damn building.
Yeah.
When it you know what I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, you might have more, I guess, Laker fans there when it's a home game for them, maybe just because of season tickets or whatever. But however they do that, being in the same stadium. But over-unders at 230. I like the Clippers in this game. You can get them on the money line at minus 196, or you can get them at the minus 5. But I like the Clippers here. I'm gonna take them on the money line to win outright. That's all. That's gonna be my picks tonight in the NBA.
Yeah, I've got a parlay for the NBA. I'm taking the Celtics money line win at Miami. I'm taking the Chicago at Indy. I'm gonna take the Pacers money line win, and then I'm gonna take Cleveland money line win at the Knicks. That's my parlay for the NBA for tonight. I have an NHL parlay. If you want me to go ahead and give it out for tonight, I've got the Boston Bruins win money line at the Montreal Canadiens. I got the Florida Panthers at the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm going to take the Penguins money line win. And I have the Anaheim Ducks at the Arizona Coyotes. I'm going to take the Coyotes money line win. That'll be my parlay for the NHL tonight.
All right. College basketball tonight. I have a couple picks. I'm going to go with Ohio, or game I like is Illinois at home against Ohio State. Illinois is a 3.5-point favorite. I like Illinois at the minus 3.5. Illinois has been playing better basketball than what Ohio State has here over the last week or so. Being at home is a big deal for Illinois as well. Illinois minus 3.5. Then I like TCU at home against Oklahoma at the minus 5.5. That's going to be the 2 college basketball games I like tonight.
Okay, I've got a college basketball parlay. I've got Ohio State at Illinois. I'm going to take the over 145.5 in that game. I'm going to take Georgia Tech at Clemson. I'm going to take Clemson minus 10.5. And I'm going to take Kansas State at Iowa State. I'm going to take Iowa State minus 5. That's my parlay for the college basketball tonight.
All right. Real quick before we move on. Join us Saturday night. Watch Party Live Reaction WWE Royal Rumble. You can find it live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, at Gonzo Sports Room, at the All Sports All Plays Network, and at the at Unscripted. I think it's going to be an awesome premium live event.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think it's gonna be an awesome premium live event, and so join us Saturday night. Should be a great time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of buzz around it. After, especially, I think it was going to be a lot of buzz around it anyway. But I know a lot of people really like the anniversary show, especially that first hour. I thought it was a solid show. I thought the first hour was fantastic. I don't know what they could have done any better, other than maybe have left more time for the cage match, which I don't know exactly what they had planned for it. But I thought the show was pretty solid. I thought they used a lot of their veterans, used them pretty well. So I have no idea where they're going, what direction they're going in, which I think is a good thing. Nowadays, because of the internet and stuff, everybody's got, spoilers and stuff. I think the WWE has done a good job of it. Not really. It's hard to guess who's going to come out of the Royal Rumble matches and where they're going with this storyline. They've got several directions that they could go with this storyline with Roman Reigns and Sammy and stuff, and Kevin Owens. So I think they're doing a really good job, and I'm pretty excited for it. I know Busted Open. We listened to some of that today, but they're going to be live there Friday, Saturday, and they're even doing an after show on Sunday to recap it, which is unusual for them. Yeah. So they're pretty excited and behind the Royal Rumble. Heck, they've already sold over 40,000 tickets there at the Alamo Dome in Texas. So I think it's going to be a pretty good event, and I know I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great show. Like I said, join us for some pro wrestling talk. You like to talk pro wrestling? Join us. Get in that chat room. I know it'll be me and Dad, Frankie Cruz from Unscripted. I think Jay's going to be on, and then Logan from Unscripted might jump on as well.
Never know.
There might be some other guys jump on. Hopefully, we can get Rob Scott to jump on for a little bit.
Marcus Fine will probably be, who's a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, well, no, he'll be in the chat room with
us.
So it'll be a great time. So make sure you join us Saturday night, 7:30. The actual Royal Rumble pay-per-view starts at 8, but we're going to start at 7:30. Maybe give out some predictions of what we think might happen in the show, and to do a little pre-show and get started at 8 o'clock with that show. But for tonight, my picks: NBA. I like the Pacers money line, the Heat money line, Cavs -3.5, the Clippers on the money line against the Lakers, and then in college basketball, I'm going with Illinois -3.5 at home over Ohio State, and TCU -5.5 against Oklahoma. Anything else before we get it out of here for tonight?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Hopefully, we can have a little bit better night tonight with the picks.
Got a big interview.
Oh yeah. Gotta hope Austin and Roman doesn't happen at Mania.
I think it'd be a big ticket seller.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'd be a big ticket seller.
That is a rumor that's been going around the dirt sheets that they have offered Austin big money to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania. I don't know how they get there. I'm not saying they can't get there from here. I mean, they still got a few months to do that.
Well, who knows if that is a plan? Like we had talked the other night. What's saying Steve Austin isn't one of the entrants in the Royal Rumble tomorrow or Saturday?
That's true. That's true. I mean,
if they're going to something like that, I don't know if they will. I think it'd be cool. I would watch it, and I think a lot of people would be excited about it.
People would be excited to see. Look how excited they was to see Austin last year. Look at the match he put on with Kevin Owens, and I'm sure they could put something good together with Roman.
Well, I don't think Austin would do it. I don't think Austin would agree to do it if he didn't think they could do something good. But then tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we have a owner and promoter of World's Finest Wrestling, independent wrestling organization here in Indiana. He's Keith Miller. He'll be joining us tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Join us for that live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter at Gonzo Sports Room, and at the All Sports All Plays Network. They got a big show coming up this Saturday night. He's going to come on and talk about it. It'll be the first time we've had him on, so it should be a great, interesting conversation. Looking forward to getting to find out more about the World's Finest Wrestling.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about about Keith or his organization. So because we haven't been there yet, and so I'm excited for the interview. And always, we support independent wrestling. So, and I know he's put on a few shows here, about 3 or 4 shows, I think, in the last year or so, 6, 7, 8 months, and so I think they've got a big event. It's a tag team turmoil tournament. So excited to have him on and see what this is all about.
Yes, join us for that Wednesday night tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Later tonight, unscripted, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find out at unscripted and at the All Sports All Plays Network. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be back at around 3:30 with another episode of Easy Money, the sports betting show. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. We greatly appreciate it. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great day.